Hi kids, this is David Petty, aka Pink Hamster, here on ChessKid.com, and today I want to look back at our two friends F2 and F7, the weakest squares, the squares of doom. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're a little bit new to ChessKid.com, we did a whole series on these two squares where games can end very quickly. Lots of great attacks can happen on F2 and F7. So if you haven't seen the past videos, definitely go back and check them out. And the reason that I wanted to do another video on the square of doom, on the weakest square, is because one of the kids on ChessKid.com, one of the players, sent me a message and said, "Hey, David, I played a really amazing game, and guess what? It was a perfect example of what you've been talking about in your video series on the weakest square. It was this attack on the square of doom. It was fantastic. He sent me the game via personal message, and I looked at it, and he was right. It was brilliant. It was beautiful." And he said, "Why don't you do a video using my game?" And I said, "That's a great idea." Sometimes we show games from players that have been dead 200 years. Sometimes we show games from our own experience. But why not choose a game that was played by a member of ChessKid.com? So this player's name you can see down here at the bottom, and on ChessKid.com his name is Billy Sickham. I've played a couple games with him on the online chess. He's a very strong player. Feel free to challenge him or make him your friend. In any case, I wanted to invite everyone watching this video, if you think you've played an amazing game and you want me to take a look at it, or maybe you want to see it featured in a video, just send it to me and I'll give you some feedback. Or if you want to play a game against me or one of the other video authors, just challenge us. We'd love to hear from you. So without further ado, let's look at this amazing game that Billy played. So Billy was white, and he played pawn to e4. The very best first move, releasing two pieces, the bishop and the queen, putting a pawn firmly in the center. We all know what that's good for. And his opponent played pawn to e5, doing the same thing. Billy developed with threats, and his opponent defended. Knight to c6, guarding that pawn. So Billy brought out his bishop to c4, and where is that bishop aiming? That's right, the bishop is aiming at our old friend, the square of doom. Now, of course, you can't take that pawn right away because the king is guarding it. But sometimes, if black plays a move, for example, like knight to f6, then white can do this thing called the fried liver attack, where he jumps in with his knight and attacks that pawn 2 times really fast. And this can be really scary for black. And that's, I think, why in this game, black played the move h6. So that pawn is controlling the g5 square. Can this knight just hop into g5 now? No way, it's going to get taken by the pawn or even the queen. So not only does it stop the knight from coming there, but later on, if this bishop wants to come out and make a piercing pin, it won't be able to because this pawn is guarding the g5 square. So this h6 move is very useful for black, and it's a nice idea, but the problem is, did that move, h6, did that help black develop his army? Did it help him bring out his pieces? No, it didn't. So white's going to have a little bit of an advantage in development. And so Billy did exactly the right thing. His opponent played on the side of the board. He didn't bring out a piece, so Billy attacked in the center right away, pawn to d4. He's threatening to win a pawn on e5 because he has 2 attackers and there's only 1 defender. So black could choose to take that pawn, and then we would just take right back, perhaps. But in the game, Billy's opponent made another mistake. He's already behind in development because he's only brought one piece out, and Billy already has the bishop out, the knight out, plus this bishop on c1 is ready to go. So Billy's ahead in development. So what Black should really be doing is bringing out another piece. But what he did is he made a big mistake. He moved the same piece twice, and that is something that you do not want to do unless you really have to. He took this knight, which was in the middle of the board, and he put it where knights don't like to go, on the edge. The knight moved a second time, and why did that knight go to a5? That's right, it's attacking the bishop on c4, but now that Black took his only active piece and put it all the way over here where it can't do guard duty anymore, Billy played an amazing move. He saw an opportunity and he took it. So pause your video and see if you can figure out what he did. All right, so here it is. Notice that the knight is no longer defending the e5 pawn, and so Billy played bishop takes f7, check.
I hope you enjoyed this video so far. To keep watching the rest of this video, you will need to have your parents help you get a gold membership. Once you're a gold member, then you'll be able to watch all the Chess Kid videos. You can also enjoy tens of thousands of chess puzzles, unlimited games and tournaments, computer training, and much, much more. Get a gold membership, and I promise we'll do our best to unlock the secrets of chess for you and help you get better.